out and I got the
Get access to Chat GPT or GPT-4 now. This is what it can do. Okay.
chance to try it out. Is it good? Is it bad? Well, in this video, I will tell you everything that you need to know about the new GPT-4 model. How to use it, where to use it, what can you do with it, and how does it compare to the previous 3.5 model. So let's go. So hello humans, my name is K, your AI Overload, and as you saw by the title of this video, GPT-4 has finally been released, and everybody and their grandma is talking about it. So as you might have seen already, GPT-4 is the latest OpenAI's AI language model that has a very deep understanding of the human language and can follow a human request to a T. Now apparently, GPT-4 is now a large, multimodal model, meaning that not only it can accept text inputs, but now it can also accept images. And although this latest image scanning functionality is currently not available, we currently have a lot of details on how the current GPT-4 performs compared to the previous GPT 3.5 model. And we also saw a few hours ago a very cool live demo by OpenAI, which I'm gonna talk about very soon. Now again, the most interesting part with the newest GPT-4 model is the ability to process and understand deeply an image. So with this example right here, the user asked what is funny about this image, describe it panel by panel, and GPT-4 is smart enough to be able to understand each and every image and understand the deep meaning behind those images, exactly like a real human would. Which is really super impressive.
To be able to analyze pictures,
it's not perfect, it still has a lot of limitations,
and give context.
The most annoying limitation is the fact that
it's really smart.
Ends at September 2021, meaning that every single info that came out after September 2021, GPT-4 does not know. Now, a few hours ago, OpenAI did a live stream where they showcased the new GPT-4 features, and in the beginning it was fairly interesting. In the very first example, they showed how GPT-4 can easily summarize an article and write it into a sentence where every word begins with the letter G, which is something that the previous GPT 3.5 model had a lot of trouble doing. Then they quickly showed.
For years, media plans have been put
can easily analyze different articles and find a common theme between them, which basically shows that GPT-4 can easily analyze big wall of text, they can analyze full articles, and understand the full theme and intent of the entire article. And that is because now GPT-4 is capable of handling over 25,000 words of text, meaning that you can basically paste an entire Wikipedia article, an entire Wikipedia page, and GPT-4 will be able to read this entire text in one single go, which again makes this tool even more useful than before. So then in the next example, it asked GPT-4 to create a Discord bot, and although its training stopped at September 2021, by simply pasting the error code, GPT-4 was able to understand where the error comes from and easily find a solution to it, which again is very, very impressive. So then they showed the image scanning capabilities of GPT-4 and how it is able to easily understand an image and even to understand what's funny about this image of this cartoon squirrel taking a picture. But what actually impressed the whole world is what came after. So take a look.
So I'm going to show you one more example of what you can do with this model. So I have here a nice hand-drawn mock-up of a joke website. So I'm just going to pick up my phone, take a photo of this mock-up, and I'm going to send it to Discord. And so we can actually take now this output. So literally we just said output the HTML from that picture. And here we go. Actual working JavaScript, build in the jokes. For comparison, this was the original of our mock-up.
That's interesting.
There we go, going from hand-drawn to...
So you can bring your ideas on a website quickly.
Taking a picture of a very crude drawing of a joke website, GPT-4 was able to understand the intent and what the image is supposed to represent and make it into an actual real website. I mean, this is completely nuts.
I remember back at 2017, I was talking to a group of entrepreneurs, and I talked about AI. And the receptivity of people at the time was not very high. They thought that we are so far away from having a working prototype. And here we are, just a few years after. it just happens so fast. I think over a couple of years from now, AI is going to be so efficient and capable of doing a lot of tasks that humans are currently doing that it would be nice to see who would leverage it and who can get benefit of it. And of course, a lot of jobs would be impacted because of it as well.
Because the processing power that you really need to be able to understand something.
Well, let me say this as well. I think overall, this is going to be a positive change and will have a positive impact in our lives and human society as a collective.
Like this and make it a reality is just out of this world. I never thought that we could have this kind of technologies this soon. So again, this is really super impressive from OpenAI. Now, as of right now, unfortunately, GPT-4 is only available for ChatGPT Plus users. So if you want to try it out, you need to pay $20 a month for it. And if you are a developer, you can join the API waitlist so that you can implement this inside one of your future applications or service. Alright, so now let's play a little bit with ChatGPT 4 and compare it to the previous version. Is it better? Is it worse? I have a few ideas on how I can test this, and I think I'm gonna try by using the example provided on the website. Because the first example they provided is to explain the plot of Cinderella in a sentence where each word has to begin with the next letter in the alphabet from A to Z without repeating any letters. And if you remember correctly from the live demo, we saw that GPT 3.5 has a lot of trouble with this very simple example. So I'm hoping that GPT-4 gets better result. So I'm just going to select the example, Ctrl-C to copy it. For now, I'm going to select the default GPT 3.5 model, but if I click here, you see that I have now a choice of 3 different models, which is the default, which is only available to ChatGPT Plus users, which basically says that it is very fast, pretty good at reasoning, and also pretty good at conciseness. Then you have the legacy model, which is also pretty good at reasoning, but a little slower, and definitely very bad at conciseness. And then finally, you have the new GPT-4, which is basically the super best at reasoning, very good at conciseness, but that is way slower than the default GPT 3.5. So I'm kinda really hoping that this gets a little bit faster, because indeed from what I tried previously, it is pretty slow compared to the default 3.5. Okay, so that being said, for now I'm just gonna use the default 3.5. I'm gonna paste this example and then press enter. And as you can see, it has tried its best, but it did not give me exactly what I was expecting, because so it started pretty well, but unfortunately, as you can see right here, it has started repeating the same exact letters, so it did not really follow the prompt correctly. But now if I create a new chat and I use the GPT-4 model and I paste the exact same prompt and I press enter, you see now that yes, indeed it is way slower to write, but we have pretty much a perfect result. However, although it is way better than the 3.5, it still made a mistake. So I'm kinda a little disappointed by that, because indeed we have stepsisters right here, but we also have the splendid word right here. So as you can see, it has even possible. So yeah, I'd one, so it cannot provide any details about Rihanna Super Bowl performance. A news website called Recent Fake AI News by K. And as you can see, it has written 10 different fake AI news with 10 fake AI title for each article. So that's already pretty good. Now in terms of the CSS, it's really not that great. Full code, but you know, can't really complain when you have this kind of tool available for you. So, and there we go, we finally have the full code. So I need to create a new index.html file. I'm really surprised by clean game experience and make it colorful. So basically when I'm trying to then click file, save as, I'm gonna call it pong 3.5.html, then press save. And now, if I open it in my browser, this is what I get, which is, whoa, what's going on? This is not what I was expecting. I think there's a problem with the game. It's going a little fast. That's not exactly what I was expecting. I mean, so maybe this is something that I could add by, you know, just really hoping for this functionality to be added to the current GPT-4 model, because the day that It's very cool. It's still a very new technology, but it definitely has a lot of potential. And there we have it, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget.
All right.